In the words of Styles Brisson, Monday's mission is to make you laugh. That's why Monday matters, right here on Gary's Stuff. Hello there, I'm Gary. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. Today, indeed, is Monday Matters. As usual, I'll have a quick look at the news of the week. I'll be having a quick look also at what I've been up to over the last week. And of course, I'll be announcing this week's kit of the week. All these bits come as chapters. You just hop backwards and forwards as your heart desires. If you like what you see today, please remember, imperial thumbs up on the like button below. And if you haven't done so yet, please do subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and you'll be notified of all my videos as they turn up. Of course, if you'd also like to support the channel in a bit more concrete way, you can do that through Super Thanks. You can join the ever-growing number of channel members, or you can go through any of my online partner programs. So, before we move on, just a brief one. Thank you to everyone who managed to tune in and to join in on my first live stream event, which was last Thursday. I really enjoyed it. It was fun. It was, it was quite engaging. There's a lot of really nice comments, but there's also a lot of interesting questions. Also some really interesting answers. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh yeah, I know the answer to everything. If I don't know anything about something, I'm going to tell you, because that's why I am. So people asking about pledge, to make canopies cleaner and all these different things. I've not done yet, but obviously there's people who join in who have, and they're able to answer questions backwards and forwards. I haven't made every model that's ever been made. Between us as a community, we probably have. So if someone says, oh, what's this model like? I haven't built it. I can't tell you. I'm afraid I really can't help you. But someone else in the chat will have done and will probably come back with a comment. It was lovely seeing people from quite literally all over the world, sort of Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, whole of Europe, other parts of Asia as well. And of course the Americas, Canada and the USA as well. Plenty of other countries, I'm sure, but they didn't shout out where they were from. So all of you, everyone who managed to check in and managed to watch, thank you so much. I think at any one given moment there are over 100 people watching actually live, and I think it peaked at about 137. So brilliant, amazing response. I loved doing it. I really loved doing it. I did absolutely nothing of the build I had intended to do, which was a Mitsubishi Zero. But it kind of didn't really seem to make much difference. Next time, it will be less novel, let's say so. Maybe I'll be able to get on with something a bit more. But it doesn't matter if I can't, does it really? If we're having a chat, we're having a conversation, we're enjoying ourselves, what's it matter? Let's see how it progresses. I think once a month is plenty. I think the first Thursday of the month seems okay to me. Why don't we try that? Let's see. First Thursday of every month from now on, unless I say otherwise for any other reasons, I will be doing a live feed with you all. Okay, cool. That's out the way. Let's get on with the news of the week. In the news this week, you may remember the Curtis Seahawk from Halberd models I talked about before. Well, now it's available in 1/32nd scale as well as 1/48th. That's an awful lot of resin to be joining together. Infinity Models has a 1/32nd scale AG Val on the way. I must say that I'm not over excited about the mould quality on the plastic by HPH, as there seems to be quite a lot of flash there. And having to fit the buckles to the harnesses in photo etch makes this something I'll probably leave to a far more competent and patient modeller. If you've got the new 1/32nd scale Revell Hurricane 1B and want to do something a bit different with it, AIMS has a conversion set so you can make a photo reconnaissance aircraft that includes resin and photo etch. It's a pity they haven't yet done the same with the FX1 24th Spitfire, as I'm sure they would sell loads of them. KP has introduced 4 new MiG-19s, the MiG-19P and its equivalent Chinese J6A with the radar nose, and 2 MiG-19PMs that carry the AA-1 alkaline missile. These do show up as new tools on some sites, but be aware they are actually just new parts upgrades of the admittedly quite good 2019 original. Dragon has re-released this 1/35th scale Tiger tank, but this time in the colours of the Japanese army. For the full effect, it has the tank commander figure in Japanese uniform, also some photo-etched palm leaves to drape over the back. St George has announced this new take on the 7.7cm FK gun. It's a high elevation emplacement. Interesting to know how you might get the gun up there though in real life. Anyway, in a diorama you could also include their new Busing MTW-55 artillery tractor as well. And finally this week, from the history of naval aviation, is the HMS Ben Maitreyi seaplane carrier of 1915 and the HMS Pegasus of 1917, both in 1/700th scale from AJM. And yes, that little bit at the front is indeed the flight deck. On the bench this week, well, first thing that's going to be on my bench is a new microphone because my lapel mic has just packed up, so I'm using a rifle mic, and this room's a little bit of an echo chamber, so apologies for the change in sound quality. First of all, I finished my Comet, my ME163 Comet from Gas Patch. Now, if you haven't seen the video, please do watch it because it's an exceptional little kit. I think it makes a really, really good model of the aircraft. The parts went together fantastically. It was just one of those really enjoyable builds, even though there was photo etch and stuff like that that I normally shy away from. It was all a delight. Made a very good looking aircraft. I'm really, really happy with it. I hope you would be too. And for something like about £35 or so, price in the UK, I think it's a proper little bargain as well. Anyway, check out the video to see what you think. I also, of course, had my 2 Easter eggs from Nick, the mystery box Nick. Thank you again, Nick, for this. What a delight these are to make. Box openings up there, both builds are up there. There's a P47 and an FA18. Really enjoyable. Do you know, it's one of those things, if you know, sometimes your mojo's not there, your enthusiasm perhaps isn't quite there. Do you know what? Get a couple of these to keep as like break here in case of emergency things. So if you're really feeling a bit rubbish about your model making and all that, build one of these because they just make you laugh. They are very easy to make, really enjoyable to make. You know, you can paint them up as you like, but the decals are nice. The fit is remarkably good for something that's essentially a toy. You know, these ones are made by Hasegawa, and they don't mess around anyway. But you know, really enjoyed them. So enjoy the videos and enjoy some egg kits if you ever come across them. Of course, I also did a video about my 10 favourite kits that I've built over the last 5 years since I picked up the hobby again, essentially. Sort of to celebrate the 10,000 subscribers. It was, you know what, it's quite fun to look back over from making a model that was given away with a national newspaper one weekend to doing something like the 1/24th Spitfire, or indeed that Gas Patch ME163, or doing my first diorama. All these things, you know, there's so many steps along the way, and there's so many things that are memorable. Now, I'm not going to say those 10 kits are the best kits I've made. I'm not going to say they were necessarily the most enjoyable, and certainly not necessarily the best results. However, they are 10 kits that made most of an impression on me over the last 5 years. If you haven't seen the video, might be some quite interesting little surprises in there for you. Anyway, I did the box opening for the new Airfix F35B starter set. I was pretty miffed that my one didn't arrive till Saturday. Having seen other videos online a day or two ahead of that, and in fact mine didn't even turn up until Saturday. Not overly impressed by that. Demand, supply, all the rest of it. It's a pre-ordered kit as well. But hey ho, nonetheless, within I think it was 2.5 hours of the kit arriving, my box opening video was online. So kind of a practice when I do get a kit on time in future. So that all very neatly brings me on to this week's kit of the week, which of course is going to be the Airfix starter set of the F35B Lightning. We don't call it the Lightning II here in the UK, by the way, because we've had 3 planes called Lightnings. The P38, the English electric one, and now this. So whereas everyone else might call them Lightning II, we just call them Lightnings. That's just so you know. I'll be doing the build of this week. You've seen the box opening already. I will also be doing the finishing off the MiG-21 I've been making from Edouard. That video will go up online this week as well. How are you going to know when those videos come up? Well, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell, and you'll be notified of all my future videos, be they these 2 builds or any other builds or indeed any other subject videos I'm working on at the moment. And if you enjoy anything at all you watch, please do remember, give it the imperial thumbs up on the like button below, because every like counts. So, hope you enjoyed today's show. Hope you're having a good weekend. I will see you next week for the F35 build and MiG-21 build, and of course next weekend, of course, for Monday Matters as well. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.